Give me the magic word so I'll unlock there.
I want to try to do stuff where it feels like it's immersed, where I'm immersed in it when I'm working on it, and that the audience will experience that immersion or that the chaos and confusion of actual existence, as opposed to a story with a beginning and a middle and an end, and, you know, and a kind of a distance and a perspective and a life lesson and all this stuff that doesn't really seem part of moment-to-moment life that I have.
No one understands like what true passion is, and that's why I feel like misunderstood. But I think it's just because I have such a passion for filming, that's what like makes that all go away. Like when I'm not filming, if I can't film for like a week or two, I get super depressed. The only time I feel like genuinely happy is when I have you in the downs and the lowest of my lows and sometimes the highest of my highs. And it never stops me. It never stopped me from doing what I love. You could have such a love for something. You can keep going no matter the trial and error. You could put your all into something and you're gonna have people that love you tell you can't fucking do it. And that is so crazy to me. That is so crazy to me that people have all this hate in their head that when they see someone having a good time, when they see someone enjoying what they're doing, that they gotta come in there because they're so insecure about their own life that they can't fathom that someone enjoys doing what they failed at doing. And the only reason I could tell you that this is the truth is because I've been there. I've been jealous before, but I've stopped that because everyone is so intricate in their own little world that just because you don't like it doesn't mean that person has to not like it. Not everything revolves around that person. Not everything revolves around you. So if you have a dream, if you have a passion, if you have something that you truly love doing, you can never stop, no matter what. Whatever it is, I never stop because this is what I love doing. I have lost friends, I have lost family, I have lost people because of this, but this is my true passion and this is what I love doing. So take that with you. If you love doing something, never try to fit in, because fitting in a world full of normal people is stupid. You have to stand out in a world full of normal. If you don't, I don't know if your life would amount to anything. And I don't know if I'm being too over dramatic or if I'm being too harsh right now, but there have been so many people where I've seen in my life and my best friends get shaped and molded by society and how society wants you to be. And these people were amazing people, and now they're just like another cut and paste of the next person, a copy and paste of the next fucking person. And that shit doesn't make sense to me. I don't get how people think like that. And I don't know if I'm just yapping too much right now, and I feel like none of this shit is gonna make sense to anybody, but I promise you that if you have a dream, you have to keep going for it no matter what the fuck happens, because the dream is the only thing keeping this world going. Because everybody that's a CEO had a dream one day that changed the world. That if you want to change the world, it's gonna be hard. If you want to change the world, there's gonna be a lot of sacrifice that comes with it, and you got to be willing to take that sacrifice. It's so weird to me why everybody wants to be normal. Everyone has their own little intricate ideas and their own little intricate things and their passions that they're passionate about, but the world has shaped them for them not to do it. They listen to other people. They didn't believe in themselves because of what other people said, and it's just like, what are you doing? You have to stay true to yourself. It's crazy to stay true to yourself in a world where everyone tries to be each other, and all the copycats of this and that, and people flexing fake shit on social media, and people renting Lamborghinis to make them look cool. All that shit that you're looking at, you cannot take to the grave. None of that shit you can take. The only thing that you could take to the grave is memories. No one cares, bro. I promise you, nobody cares about your money. You just gotta realize everyone has their own way of thinking what's right. Everyone has their own way of thinking what's okay. Everyone has their own way of thinking, and that's something that I had to come to terms with. That's some things that I might deem right, other people might deem wrong. What I might deem wrong, other people might deem right, and it's all about just the way you think. And I must keep going, because when you stop going, you slow down, but life is running fast, and if you're not running with it, it's gonna leave without you. And you gotta look around and smell the roses a little bit. You gotta enjoy life. And in a world full of people who are so stuck in other people's worlds and not their own, you have to stand out. And it's gonna be hard, but the world needs more you. The world needs more creative people. The world needs just more joy. So take it from me, take some inspiration from me. I'm just never gonna stop doing what I love, no matter what gets in the way. I always keep going towards my passions. If you don't want to fuck with my dreams, then you're out of my life. This is my life, homie. You go and live yours. Just some final words of wisdom. Make good memories, man. Make good memories, and just never stop doing what you love.
I wanted to do something true, and I wanted to do something helpful. Say who you are. Really say it in your life and in your work.
They are metaphysical, self-reflexive, hyper-aware, often using surrealist conceits to explore our fundamental anxieties.
And I have to keep rediscovering it. It's profound importance in my life. Tell someone out there who is lost, someone not yet born, someone who won't be born for 500 years. Your writing will be a record of your time, but more importantly, if you're honest about who you are, you'll help that person be less lonely in their world, because that person will recognize him or herself in you, and that will give them hope. And it's done so for me. Give that to the world, rather than selling something to the world. Don't allow yourself to be tricked into thinking that the way things are is the way the world must work, and that in the end, selling is what everyone must do. Try not to be nobody but yourself in a world which is doing its best night and day to make you everybody else. It means to fight the hardest battle which any human being can fight. The world needs you. It doesn't need you at a party having read a book about how to appear smart at parties. The world needs you at the party, starting real conversations, and I want to offer something. And by offering myself in a true way, I am doing a great service to the world, because it is rare and it will help. As I move through time, things change. I change, the world changes. The way the world sees me changes. I age, I fail, I succeed, I am lost. Therefore, there is only movement. A screenplay is movement. It is written in time and expresses a passage of time. It is made in time and it is viewed in time. So you are here and I am here, spending our time as we must. I am trying not to spend this time as I spend most of my time, trying to control your thoughts, to use my voodoo. At the speed of light, the speed of sound, at the speed of thought, I now step into this area blindly. It is an ancient pattern of time usage for me. I do know that it is old. I do know that it is a hole in my being. I do know it is tender. I do believe that it is unknowable. I do believe you have a wound too. I do believe it is both specific to you and common to everyone. I do believe it is the thing about you that must be hidden and protected. It is the thing that makes you weak and pathetic. It is the thing that truly, truly, truly makes loving you impossible. It is your secret, even from yourself. But it is the thing that wants to live. It is the thing from which your art, your painting, your dance, your composition, your philosophical treatise, your screenplay is born. I understood the rhythms. I understood the types of jokes that were acceptable. I understood the stock characters. What I'm trying to express, what I'd like to express, is the notion that by being honest, thoughtful, and aware of the existence of other living beings, a change can begin to happen in how we think of ourselves and the world, and ourselves in the world. It's a business of selling something that's important to them by disguising it as something that's important to you. We can say who we are. We can assert our right to existence. We can say to the bullies and con men, to the people who have no compunction about lying to us to get our money and our allegiance, that we are thinking, really thinking about who we are, and we will express ourselves, and with this, other people won't feel so alone. It's weird to be a human. We get to think about things. It seems like quite a privileged position in the universe, and I wouldn't give it up for certainty. Because when you're certain, you stop being curious. Why do you react this certain way to certain things? What does your reaction have to do with your wants? How does it correlate? How would your reaction to what I'm saying change if I were older, younger, female, a different race, British? What if I was me, but had a different demeanor? What if I was more confident, less confident? What if I was more effeminate? What if I was less effeminate? What if I was drunk? What if I was on the verge of tears? Think about all that you bring to each encounter. Multiply that by all the people here. How much is going on in this room? And how do we weave that into a movie? The challenge of multiple points of view forces us to come up with new solutions, to throw away conventional approaches. Your brain is wired to turn emotional states into movies. Movies share so much with dreams, which of course only deal with interior lives. People turn anxieties, crises, and longing, love, regret, and guilt into beautiful, rich stories in their dreams. Your dreams are very well written. I know this without knowing any of you. What is it that allows us the creative freedom in our dreams that we don't have in our waking lives? I don't know, but I suspect part of it is that in our dreams we're not constricted by worry about how we will appear to others. It's a private conversation with ourselves. This becomes part of the dream. A screenplay is an exploration. It's about the thing you don't know, to step into the abyss. There is a starting point, but the rest is undetermined. It is a secret. I think what might make this form of endeavor exciting for writers is that they find themselves in an environment where they are encouraged to use their powers to explore the world, their minds, and the form itself. Think about the staggering possibilities, the marriage of light, vibration, and time. Each predicament such as this one, each challenge he accepts in order to move him to the next level of truthfulness. Each time he goes in hoping he will come out a real person. What he wants is to change who he is. This is the stuff that it always comes down to. And his goal here tonight was to be different. He wants to be real in this contrived place. He believes he has considered every possible audience reaction. The truth suddenly stares him in the face. This is who he is. This is the real him. I want to tell you that I have a hope, that there's another way to be in this world, and that I believe with courage and vulnerability and honesty that the stuff we put into the world can serve a better purpose. And this intention creates the movies that we sit through, and the movies that we sit through create us. I like the idea that it changes over time and nothing has changed. You know, what's changed is all in my head and has to do with a realization on my character's part. Through time, you're thinking about it, whether you realize it or not. Letting the unconscious take over brings in freedom and surprise. This is true for a story told at a dinner party, and it's true for stories told in movies. As in a painting, every element is part of one whole composition.